Alright, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can use the same Canva to design your lower third. And when I say lower third, I'm talking about something like this, okay? So what if I am not supplying you with a pre-designed lower third? What if you want to create something for yourself? How can you use Canva to work on that? That's exactly what I'm going to be showing you in this video. And one interesting thing about this section is that by the time you started using Canva and you learn how to use it, you won't just be using it for your OBS stuff alone. Sometimes you might just want to do a very little design. I mean, concerning an upcoming program, you can just go to Canva and also make that happen for yourself. All right, so let's quickly go over to Canva and then see how we can create a lower third from there and then bring it into OBS. Okay, so this is Canva. Remember the last time we created the banner for our intro, meaning that before the church service starts, we have a banner that people can get to see. So what I'm going to do right now is to go to home. Okay, I want to go home because I want to start a new design. Okay, I want to start a new design. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to come to this place again and then click on create design, create a design. And as I did before, I'm going to click on custom dimension. Why? Because we want to give it a particular size. So I'm going to just click. I don't know why that did not come up again. So that's what we needed. So it's showing what custom dimension, that is what it's showing. All right, so now for the lower third, we're going to be using this size. The size we're going to be using for the lower third is 1214 by 194. 1214 by 194. So that is 1214 by 194. Okay, 194. So 1214 by 194. Then I'm going to click on create design. So immediately I click on create design, then Canva is going to bring up that particular size that I imputed for me. And as we can see right here, I'm going to just so you can see it very well, I'm going to hide this. And as you can see right here, it's a long rectangle kind of. Okay, it's a long rectangle, and this is actually the size we're going to be using for our design on OBS. All right, so what we're going to do is this. Remember, what we want to create is lower third. In fact, if you feel that this is too big, all right, you can reduce the size when you're working on your design. You can reduce the size and say, okay, I don't want to use this size, I want to use another size. All right, so what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to bring in colors, because we want to use primarily the way I'm going to be doing the design. You could do yours any way you can, but I'm going to be using two colors. All right, so what I'm going to do is to come to element. Remember, we came to this point earlier, element, especially when we wanted to make use of the square shape. Okay, so this is the one I've used before, element. So I'll come and click on this element again. So I'll just click on this particular one, which is the square. So immediately I click on it, then it comes right here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to expand this a bit. I will expand it to the edge. I will expand this to the edge, and then I will come and change the color here. Okay, I will choose a red color. Remember, we did a red color for that ministry, God's own ministry. So I'll just choose a red color here. Okay, so now we have a red color for this particular design. Then I would come here again and choose the square button again, because I want to use two colors. All right, so I'll click on it again, then it appears there. Then I'll bring it down. Okay, let me just drag it down a bit. Okay, there you go. And then I'll bring it here and then drag it down a bit. Make sure that there you go. Okay, in fact, I can even drag it to the end. It all depends on you. If you want this particular kind of style, you can leave it this way. But if you want it to be that you don't want it to get to the end, you want it to just be at the point like this, that is also okay. It all depends on you, whatever you want to do. Just make sure that what you're doing align with your brand. That's the most important thing. All right, okay, so what you're going to do at this point in time, now this is red, I'm going to change this to what color do I change this to? I know this is red already, so I don't want to change this color. So let me change this one to I'm going to change it to, I don't want to do blue. Is this color okay? All right, so yeah, I think we can use this color. This is red. Maybe I should just change that shade of red. Okay, maybe I should make it a lighter red. I think I'm okay with this. I think this darker red is okay. No, the darker red is okay, so I'm just going to go with the darker red. All right, so now you have created your lower third right here. This is your lower third, and you have created what you need to use as a lower third. Now I'm not going to go to text. Now I want to write the name of the pastor. I will come to, I need a text that will be very clear. So I don't want something too cursive. So I'm going to use this particular one. All right. Let me delete this text here. Okay. The only one I needed is this. So I'm going to say Mr. James. Oh, sorry. That should be Pastor James. Pastor James. Okay. Pastor James. Okay. So what I'm going to do right here is that I want this to, I want the name Pastor James to, then I'm going to change the font here. It doesn't have to be too big. Let's change it to like 32. Okay, so I'll just drag it here. This is Pastor James. All right, Pastor James. If I want to change it to white, I can change it to white. I already told you how to do that. So I'm going to bolden this a bit and then change it to white. Okay, all right, so that's Pastor James. Then I'll put right here underneath this place, I'll call it ministering. Okay, I can use the same text again. If I let me see, let me just go up here, this subheading. Okay, so subheading is very small. So what I'm going to do is I'll just select it, then I will increase the fonts because I can't see it very well. Okay, so there you go. Double click on it and then I'll say ministering. Okay, all right, so let me drag this edge here. Okay, there you go. All right, so I'll now put it under this place, ministering. Then I'll change the color again because that black is not working too well there. I can change it to white, or I can even change it to this color or yellow. I mean, just change it to a color that you know will fit in what you are doing. So I can decide to just make it white as well if I want to. All right, so but then let's leave it at this color, or if you want to make it green, it all depends on you, but then I'll leave it at this and then I'll bolden it a bit. Okay, is it bolding? Oh, there you go. So it's bolding. All right, now this is another lower third. Okay, now if you want to write the name of the ministry, you can do that. I mean, you can do it whichever way you want to, but then I just want to show you how you can create a lower third. So I'm done with the lower third right now. I want to publish it. Now you have to take note of this right here, because of the fact that this is a lower third and you don't want anything to show in the background except these things. What I mean is that when you import the lower third into OBS, you don't want these white spaces to show. The only thing you want to show is this text, this background, and this text. That's all. You don't want this white thing to show, or else if it shows, it will not make your video come out well. All right, it's going to disfigure your video. And we don't want that. So that's the reason why when you're publishing, please note, when you're publishing, when you're downloading, make sure you download it with what? PNG, and then put in transparent background. But the problem with this is that it's going to ask you to pay money. Okay, so that's the problem with that. It's going to ask you to pay money when you are using this transparent background. So but anyways, if you are a pro user, that means if you already paid for it, that is exactly what you're going to do. But then let's download it all the same. Okay, we're going to be using PNG. We download all the same. The only thing is that the background will not be there. All right, so I'll just click on publish, click on download, and then PNG, and then I'll click on download. Okay, now yeah, it's coming up. There you go. So I'm going to close this advert again. So this is actually what we have just downloaded now, Pastor James. So let me open it up for you to see, so you can take a look at exactly. So this is actually what we did. So right now we're going to go back to OBS. We import it, and I'll show you how you can take care of the other part that I'm talking about, the background part. So now let's switch over to our OBS. And so what we're going to do right now is that I'm going to disable this. I don't want it to be seen. Let me disable this particular one. All right, pastor's name, new pastor's name. So I'm not going to bring in the I'm going to bring in the lower third. So I'm going to call this of course it's an image, so we have to go to image. So I'm going to call this new lower third. Okay, so I'm going to call it new lower third. Then it's going to ask me where am I going to get this image from, and I'll go to my downloads because that's where it was saved. This is it. Then I'm going to click on OK. Open, sorry. So once I click on open, you see this is actually what it shows. Okay, this is actually what it shows. When I click on open, then I'll click on OK. Now as you can see, it's fitting into the frame that we wanted. There's a little bit of a space here. There's no problem. I'm going to show you how to take care of that. In fact, I will show you how to take care of this particular one too. Okay, so now the first thing you want to do is that we're going to drag this to the edge. Okay, oops, there you go. All right, this edge is what you would drag if you want to do that. This particular edge, you either take it down or you drag it like this. So now we have dragged it to the end. Now the problem we're having right here is that this particular color here, I mean this particular white, is still showing, and I don't want it to show. Now before I even do anything else, I'm going to bring this image. I want it to be up because right now this is the new lower third, and that is what is up right here. So let me just do this camera. So it's actually up right here. So what I'm going to do right now is this. I'm actually going to select the image itself, as you can see right here. So I'm going to select the image here, which is the lower third, the new lower third. I'm going to select the image, then I'll do something. You press down your Alt key. Now when I say Alt key on your Windows, there is a key called Alt key, that is ALT. So take a look at your keyboard. There's a Windows, there's a key there called the Alt key. Take a look at it. So you press it down. So once you press it down, while holding it, you take your mouse to the edge of this place and then you begin to drag it down. Begin to drag it down until you get to the beginning of the red. Then you release it. So you can see now we've been able to crop the image to such an extent that that white part is not showing again. The only place where the white part is showing is this place, and that's because there's no way we could crop this other place, because once we crop it up, it's going to be showing Pastor James alone and not ministry. So what you could do in this aspect is that you make sure that this down part here, you make sure that the colors covers everything completely, so that at the end of the day, when you have cropped everything, the name Pastor James will be showing and the whole color will show to the end, and then ministry also will be showing and the whole color will show to the end as well. So this is exactly how you can actually create your lower third right from Canvas. Even if you don't know how to do graphics, you're not a professional graphic artist, but this is how you can actually get that done. As you can see, it's a simple process. It's not something that requires a lot of technicality. It's something that you should be able to do within a frame of time. So in the next video, I'm going to be showing you how you can bring in another lower third. All right, but this lower third is going to be from within OBS itself. It is what we call the scrolling text. Have you ever wondered, I mean, when you're watching a program on the TV and you see some text strolling on the screen, you know, moving back and forth? That is exactly what I'm going to be showing you in the next video.